have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at gotanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
It is the season opener for the Vermillion boys as they open up their season on the road tonight against Sioux Falls Lutheran. Good evening and welcome to the pregame show here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. Spencer Buley and Cole Larsch coming up here in just a little bit. But first, we begin with myself. I'm Heath Nimke, getting you set here on the pregame show. Last year's theme was ahead of schedule, if you will. This was a team, the Vermillion boys, that a lot of things went right for them towards the end of the season. And then when it got to postseason, not only finding upsets, but also wins in overtime to make it to the state tournament, where things maybe didn't go quite as planned for the Vermillion boys. They did lose all 3 games in the state tournament, finishing in 8th place. But again, we talk about ahead of schedule and also for the Vermillion boys team last year, going into that state tournament, you have to remember they struggled to practice before the state tournament due to influenza that was going around with the group. But now we get set for another new year, which does see quite a bit of change for this Vermillion Tanagers team. We see 3 key players to their squad, including 2 starters from a year ago that are gone from graduation, and another key role player that is gone after he transferred to a different school. So how does this offense look? Familiar, but how does it look different as well? And again, they open up their season taking on Sioux Falls Lutheran, a basketball squad that is now in their 2nd year of an existence and a group that continues to grow. Now, usually they open up their season against South Sioux City, but again, that game got dropped towards the end of the fall, and it was luckily they were able to pick up the Sioux Falls Lutheran team here for this evening. But again, looking to be a good basketball game, an early test for this Vermillion Tanagers team, and try to get off to the right start. We have plenty to dive into here on the pregame show, including talking more about this Vermillion boys basketball team that, by the way, they are also receiving votes to be in the top 5 according to the media. We'll hear head coach Jay Drake talk about it a little bit later on, but his group that's kind of could be in the top 10, if you will, but it's going to be extremely tough when it comes out of the region that we know of. As we mentioned, Sioux Falls Lutheran for tonight, but also a very busy schedule upcoming for this team and how important it is to get games in before the Christmas break. Also coming up here on the pregame show, we'll get to the other side as well, the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, and take a look at their staff as well as Coach Kent Becker in his first year with the Eagles and with a foundation that he's trying to build for his team and how they get ready for a season and get ready for the Vermillion Tanager. So plenty to break down. Let's get to our first commercial break, and when we come back, plenty more here on the pregame show. That's on the way next on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
For the first time ever, the Vermillion Tanagers travel to Sioux Falls Lutheran, now in their second year as a basketball program. The Eagles, in Class B, late pickup during the fall season for the Vermillion Tanagers after they dropped South Sioux City, a part of the schedule for the Vermillion Tanagers, but now get ready to take on the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. As I just mentioned, in their second year of existence after they went 3-15 last year, they look to be a team that continues to build once again this year. This is a school that continues to add kids from across the state of South Dakota and of course right here in Sioux Falls as well. But when you're building this program, you have to have the right culture. You have to build it on a very, very solid foundation. And now in his first year as head coach for the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, that is what it's all about for Kent Becker, is continuing to build this program in the right direction. This is his first year, not only as a head coach for the Eagles, but just also as a head coach when it comes to high school boys basketball. So he knows the task that is in front of him. It's not going to be an easy task, but again, it's all about building the right environment for this team and having guys in the future that want to continue to play basketball for this Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles program. We were able to sit down with Coach Becker yesterday to talk about this program and how they need to build it over the next couple of years. And of course, we talk a little bit about how they get ready for the Vermillion Tanagers. Here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, Kent Becker. Well, Coach, you get ready for the Vermillion Tanagers, but before we talk about the Tanagers basketball team and getting ready for this matchup against Vermillion, let's first start off with Sioux Falls Lutheran. This is a new basketball program. This is a new school in general as it continues to build over the past couple of years. So let's begin with just yourself. How do you get in with the Sioux Falls Lutheran school, and how do you get into coaching high school basketball?
Oh, God writes unique stories for all of us. So I got here because I love the game, and I got here because we have kids going to the school, and we get to see the cool things that God is doing at the school, and I happen to have a skill set that helps continue this program. There's lots of people in the school that are still involved with our program, Coach Mike Nedick, Coach Nathan Gilster, our AD James Stuck here. They've been working really hard and done a lot of great things over the last 4 years to get our program to where it's at. And I'm hoping to build on that and enjoy the ride as we go.
Let's talk about that, because usually when I interview a lot of coaches, they have this, you talk about background, right? Okay, I know the basics of basketball. I know the rules of basketball. That's all, that we all know that. But then these other coaches all have these camaraderie, if you will, and how to get film, how to do this, how to do that. They've been doing it for some time, but you're onto the newer side. So what's the steps for yourself as a coach to kind of get familiar with all the other basketball programs and try to build when it comes to that way with your group?
Yeah, truthfully, our focus has been internal. It's been about putting our focus on the culture that we want to build. It's been looking at which simple goals we can help our team grow in. Yeah, this coaching this game has become a really complicated task with all of the highlight films and all of the stats and stuff that you can go out there and look at. But where our program is at right now is about focusing on the habits and the routines that form the culture that we want to have. So that's where we put all of our effort. We've got record numbers of kids out for our program. So it's not just about our varsity team. It's about building the C team and the B team and our junior high teams. And we just had an internal focus on our culture and our routines and habits.
So is there any recruiting, if you will, going on for yourself when it comes to the kids at Sioux Falls Lutheran? How well, or I should say, do you know these kids? Was it like, hey, we got a basketball program? Are you sitting down with them like, hey, John, you'd be really good at basketball. I kind of need you to go out for it. How do you build a basketball team from the ground up?
Yeah, I haven't done any of that. I'm certain we have families out there who love the Sioux Falls Lutheran and are encouraging other families to join us. We have lots of new players to our program, to our school this year. You can see lots of guys on the floor that are playing together for the first time this year. But it's bigger than just basketball at Sioux Falls Lutheran. So families choose Sioux Falls Lutheran for more reasons than our basketball. And maybe one day they'll also be choosing it for our basketball program.
Yeah, certainly. So it's going to be exciting to watch your group continue to build. So you talk about building routines, building habits. Now let's get into the goals, if you will, because eventually that is something that is on the mind. When it comes to building a program like this, what are the goals, maybe not even for just this year, but over the next couple of years to see this program grow?
Yeah, the goals remain foundational, right? And that starts with culture for us. We have a really clear mission. We're learning to love each other like brothers, like Jesus loved us. That's what we want our program to be built on. That's what we want each coach motivating and teaching and guiding their team in. The basketball part is, I don't want to say it's secondary, but it's equal to that. So those habits are building a schedule that allows for us to do team building. Those habits are building routines in our practices that work on sharing love and encouraging each other. Lots of intangible things that we think are really important to the foundation of our program.
Well, you talk about building and building a schedule, if you will, on getting ready for the season and continuing to build throughout the year. Somehow, though, you put on Vermillion as that game number one. This is a team that surprised a lot of people in Class A last year of making the state tournament. Some would say they were even a team ahead of schedule from last year. It seems a lot more this year they would make the state tournament. So you get ready for the Vermillion Tanagers. How do you even prep as a coach game number one, getting ready for a team like Vermillion?
Yeah, well, the Vermillion game got added here not too long ago, so we're welcoming the challenge. We look at most games in our sports program as a David versus Goliath situation. But yeah, I don't know a lot about them. I know what I see on the roster. I see they have some height. I expect them to be good athletes and skilled. I expect them to be very well coached, and I expect them to be really good at all the areas that we want to be good at too. So our focus is really on our habits and our goals in each aspect of the game. That's how we're going to coach it, and our kids are going to go out there and give it their best effort and we want to make it a competitive game.
Well, even looking at your squad, let's bring a little bit closer to home. Again, Vermillion's on the road, and even the first few games for your season are at home. How excited are you to allow fans, people that have never been to Sioux Falls Lutheran, to get into the school and look at the school that you guys have built from the ground up for the past couple of years and the culture that you're building?
Yeah, it's great. We love watching the stands get filled up more and more. So each game it gets a little bit louder in our little gym. I think that adds to the excitement of the players. I think that adds to the excitement in the families. And yeah, it's just a cool thing that God's doing at Sioux Falls Lutheran through the sports program, but everything that we're doing.
Well, Coach, before I let you go, one final question when it comes to you, just personally as a coach. How nervous are you for this upcoming season and the task that has been put before you by God?
Yeah, my nerves are related to how I'm leading my players, right? So we've been working really hard on staying focused on our habits, and I have to work hard on that too, right? And so where I'm nervous is when the competition hits us in the face on Friday night. Can we all stay focused on our habits? Can we all stay focused on playing for each other and having fun while we're doing it? If I can lead that way, my players will thrive in that sort of environment. So that's the goal. That's the challenge, and excited to give it a shot.
That's head coach Kent Becker here on the pregame show talking about his program again, as this is now in their second season, Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, after they finished 3-12 last year, just continuing to build the program, and that's what it's going to be all about for this group this year. Once again, this is not going to be a team that's going to blow anyone away, but they're always going to be that underdog, and they always have that chance for an upset. That is something that is certainly on the mind of head coach Jay Drake. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to sit down with Jay Drake for the first time this year to talk about last year's success of making it to the state championship game and how they try to replicate that once again going into this season. That is on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid.
up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Winter inspection programs are starting now at all 9 of our Grosenberg Implement locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. With harvest winding down, get your name on the list and have your equipment inspected and ready for next year. Put it on your John Deere multi-use account and get benefits of no payment, no interest programs for those that qualify. Then you can rest easy in 2025. Grosenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product. Go to grosenberg.com for complete details.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
It would be a year ago tomorrow that the Vermillion boys had their first loss of this season, losing to Boys Town from the state of Nebraska. Open up their season 2-1 after beating South Sioux City and West Central to get their season started, eventually making it all the way to the state tournament in Rapid City. Did finish in 8th place last year, the Vermillion boys, and it was a very, very exciting, fun season to see them for the Vermillion boys. And remember, last year it was the first time in school history that both the boys and the girls basketball team made it to the state tournament. The Vermillion boys are looking to get back there once again this year, but certainly going to be a daunting task when it comes to the Region 4A. And of course, we can't forget about playing in the DAC-12 conference and everything else that goes with a season. But getting ready to start off their season tonight against the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. It's time for our first interview of the season with head coach Jay Drake. Some new faces a part of this squad. So how do the new names fit in? What does this squad look like? What are the names that we should get new to hearing? And of course, some of the familiar names that we have gotten used to hearing over the past couple of years. And like I mentioned just a moment ago, this Region 4A, the DAC-12, making it back to the state tournament. What is the ultimate goal for this Vermillion Tanagers team, and how do they make their season a success this year? Let's get into our first coaches interview of the season with head coach Jay Drake here on the pregame show. Jay Drake, we get ready for another season, opening up against Sioux Falls Lutheran. How about we begin, as we always do, with this basketball team? It felt last year everything went right. Hey, Coach, I would say you are the Kansas City Chiefs last year to what the Kansas City Chiefs are this year. They got lucky at times, able to finish off basketball games. You make a state tournament, some sickness comes along, maybe things don't go necessarily right for you in that state tournament, but should fans be expecting this team to return back to the state tournament? How does this team look coming into the new year?
Yeah, we're excited, number one, obviously, like any new season. I think most teams this first month, coaches will say, no matter what kind of nucleus you have coming back, it's always a new team no matter what, and you're trying to establish your identity. And you're right, the way our season ended last year, just from a program standpoint, we had the team in 2021, obviously, undefeated regular season and getting to a state tournament, but it was the first time in 32 years that a boys team had made it from Vermillion High School. And kind of our talk over the last few years is hopefully it doesn't take another 32 years, right? And to now have been to the state tournament 2 out of the last 4 years, we like where we're at as a program. I think it adds a lot of excitement, for last year, the girls obviously with the state championship, and then for us to get there, and it's the first time in school history that both the girls and boys have made a state tournament in the same year. So I think that carries us forward into the off season here. Our guys did a nice job during the off season, and here this fall, open gyms, and now this first couple weeks of practice doing a nice job. But such a fine line in sports, though, too, because kind of like you said, the last three definitely didn't go the way we wanted them to in the state tournament. But we got there. But the three before that, obviously quite a run, 3 overtime games in a matter of a week. And yet the fine line in sports and even in life is we very easily could have been done on the first round of the regions against Elk Point Jefferson in our gym. You got to catch a break or two at times, and you got to make some plays, and our guys did that. But I think we have a team that probably can be a competitive basketball team. Like any year, we expect to improve as the year goes on. We hope to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year. And if we do that, we feel we have a group that can be a state tournament caliber or quality team. Obviously, the trick is, and we've talked about this every year, the region we play in. Mm-hmm. And now adding Sioux Falls Christian, you got 4 or 5 teams that are state tournament caliber teams anyway. And, only 2 are going to go to the SODAC 16 even.
Yeah, and that was actually going to be my next question, so thanks for leading it right into it. How difficult is it going to be to get out of Region 4A? As you mentioned, Sioux Falls Christians in there. They are preseason favorite number 1 right now, according to the media. Of course, you can't forget about Dakota Valley. They're preseason favorite number 3 at this time. Lennox and yourself are both receiving votes. We know all about the DAC-12, but also your schedule opens up with some kind of interesting teams looking ahead just slightly. You even play Pine Ridge coming up in the Miracle Classic over in Viborg. How tough is this region going to be out of, and how much do you think this schedule is going to help test you in the beginning for the latter portion of this season?
Yeah, we always feel, just the DAC-12 conference alone, and then, our region, and you kind of just get used to it year in, year out, that, you feel you're going to be battle tested with our conference games and region in this area of the state. And you start adding teams, like you said, with Pine Ridge at the Classic during the year is going to be a very good basketball team again. So, we know it's tough. We always knew it'd come, but every 2 years there's with the ADMs in the state and realignment, and it's never happened in the past. But we knew this was going to be the cycle or the year that Key's leaving us, and obviously they've been a very tough school opponent for us in our region, and added a lot of depth in our region, both conference and region, and won a couple of state titles back there 5-6 years ago. So a good program. And we finally get them out, right? Moving up to AA, and then to hear the news that Sioux Falls Christian, and really it's all sports. You look at volleyball and what their program is, but girls basketball, they're right where they want to be, one of the better teams in the state this year. Boys basketball, so it adds to it. And I think, I'm not speaking just for Vermillion. I think all the teams in our region were we felt before, we felt we were probably the best region in the state before. We had T and the teams we had. And now you're basically, I know on the boys side, we talked all last year that was probably the best team in the state, any class. And then, Hamlin knocks them off in the state title game. But I think there's no doubt they returned their whole team. They didn't have a senior on their team. And they're probably the favorite to win Class A, and probably the best team in the state, any class again. So to add them, it makes it difficult, because then on top of that, you say the Dakota Valleys and Lennoxes of the world. And, I always tell you this, we don't get too caught up in the polls and stuff, but just based off the media polls to start the year, you're talking, they have their top 5, and then I think they had 5 in the receiving votes. And if that's your so-called top 10 from a media standpoint, 4 of those teams named, Sioux Falls Christian, Dakota Valley, Lennox, and Vermillion, right there alone. That's 4 of your top 10 possible teams, and only 2 of them are going to get to a SODAC 16.
Yeah, we can, of course, that's a whole different discussion, how we feel as though we're gypped, if you will, in this region, and how it should be a lot different, especially on the girls' side as well. But we'll save that for a conversation another time. Looking at your squad, a lot of familiar names that are back. You look at the Hanson boys, of course, they're back once again. Trey and Carter. Landon Cerny's named one of the captains, senior. He got a lot of great minutes last year, really came on throughout this season. But we lose Bryson Skogsberg as he makes a transfer over to Sioux Falls Roosevelt. So some familiar names, but also some new names that will step into the starting five. How does this look for this group, and who do we need to get familiar with coming into this season for the starting varsity?
Yeah, we played 7 guys basically for the most part last year, and we got 3 of them back. Like you mentioned, 3 seniors that were in our rotation with Connor Rohrig and Zoen Robinson and Cole Tweeten, and then obviously Bryson transferring up to Sioux Falls and stuff. So that's 4 guys that we lost from our top 7 last year, and yet our 3 returners, a lot of experience. There are 3 captains, 2 seniors. Carter Hansen obviously has been playing since his freshman year, played off the bench for us as freshman, and now this will be his 3rd year in the starting lineup. He's played a lot of games for us, very experienced. Landon Cerny, another senior captain, and it's kind of our 6th man last year, but got a lot of varsity experience, which will carry over into this year, and he's ready to fill a starting role. And then Trey, junior now, but I think it was about 5-6 games into his freshman year. We started him, and he started the last whatever that was. I think if we played 22 games, he started the last 17 for us, and started all 26 last year. So all of a sudden he's only a junior here, but started 43, 44 games for us, and has plenty of experience, and was an all-conference player, 2nd-team all-conference, honorable mention all-state last year. So we're really going to lean on those 3, especially early in the year, just from the experience they've had. And yet we have 10 varsity returners. So, the other 7 are basically fighting for positions and spots. And we told our group the other day, we feel comfortable putting any one of those 7 into a basketball game, because I think with what they've done from the C team, JV team, the last few years, understanding what we want in our program, I think they're all ready and can do a good job. And yet, obviously, the way I coach, and we've even told our group, they're fighting too. Even though these are teammates, I've had a tendency to play a lower number of kids, maybe only 6-7 kids at times, and we've got to figure that out as a coaching staff rotation wise. But here on our opener, we've got the big, the 3 captains, and then we're going to start Gabe Larson tonight with 6'1" junior. And then Luke Jensen, a 6'5" sophomore. So, those 2 will get the start, still trying to figure things out. I think it gives us from a height standpoint, Carter 6'3", Trey 6'4", Luke 6'5", Gabe 6'1", Landon right around 6 foot. So it gives us some length in our starting lineup, and yet guys off the bench and have to be ready at any time. Trenton Thomas, who's a junior for us, Spencer Blanchett, done a nice job, sophomore guard, and then 3 other seniors, Cade Rivers, Carson Preister, and Sean Doan, have all been our program for 4 years and are ready and can help us at any point.
Well, you talk about the size of this group, and you kind of hinted at it off-air when we were having a little bit of a discussion, that this team can really shoot the basketball extremely well. When you talk about that, you're saying more from the outside. So what does this offense look like for Jay Drake this year? Is this a team that, hey, it's inside out, or do they get the green light to shoot, and we could see them put up 40, 50 threes in a basketball game? How's that look offensively for your squad?
Yeah, I think, we have got guys we feel that can attack the basket, and, I think the game still has to be, it's changed over the years, but I still think, and the way we've gone about it is I think you do still have to play inside out. The difference is we probably do it differently than most people. We don't have really a true post. Can't really pound it in there or anything, but I think just attacking the basket, spreading the floor, and just getting under. We sometimes tell our guys we can play inside out, but it looks different from the standpoint. When we say inside out, it's off dribble penetration, attacking the basket, getting in the paint, and hopefully that leads to things. And if you do that, we've kind of lived over the years. And one thing with our program is we usually end up by the end of the year, we usually end up making more free throws than our opponents even attempt. And hopefully that means you're playing good defense on the defensive end, not putting guys on the free throw line, and yet being on attack mode on the offensive end and getting yourself into the bonus, getting yourself into the paint, getting to the free throw line, creating extra opportunities. But I think if you do that, it also leads to those are the type of threes you maybe wanted, or perimeter shots, attacking the paint. You draw some help and get some catch and shoot looks on the perimeter. And we do feel, and like we talked off air, in my 17 years here, this could be one of our better perimeter shooting teams we have. And yet we've got to prove that as a team too, from the standpoint of we've got guys that can knock down perimeter shots. But again, it's a lot different doing it in an open gym standpoint or during a practice to having to do it when the bright lights come on in game night and you get an open look. So hopefully we got guys step up throughout the year and can knock shots down, and it'll really loosen up things and spread the floor for us.
And the past 3-4 years, it's been South Sioux City from the state of Nebraska that we usually open up the season with. That game gets dropped, and all of a sudden it's Sioux Falls Lutheran, a team that has now been in its second year of existence, a team, and maybe even, if you will, a school that's just trying to find themselves. The enrollment numbers continue to build. I know it's going to be, I think you and I both think it could be a Sioux Falls Christian here within the next 10 years or so, but they're nowhere near that. So how do you even scout a Sioux Falls Lutheran team? Is this a preseason game for your group? I mean, how do you approach this type of game going into it?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking as a coach, obviously, because we stress so much, especially early in the year, right? And we even say it maybe late in the year, but it's more about us and us taking care of us than our opponent. But you also like to know their tendencies, philosophy from the coaching staff, personnel, and all those things. And you're right, it's a game that we've opened up South Sioux City the last few years, and we lost them late. We didn't know they kind of dropped us late, and we were scrambling looking for a game. And it just so happened, we felt with Mr. Husker, our AD, we thought we'd find a 20th game. The big thing, though, is we really wanted a game on this opening night, Friday the 13th, because if we don't, if we end up finding the 20th, but it's somewhere in January, February, all of a sudden we were going to have to open up against West Central next Tuesday, and then they'd already have a game in with Del Rapids and, with the conference opponent, just not the way you want to open up the season. Which I think would have been a disadvantage for our guys even going into that game. So it happened to be Sioux Falls Lutheran was looking for a game, and the fact that it would work on Friday, December 13th, we jumped all over it. Now to answer your question, it's tough because we've looked back on a few things from last year, talked to a couple coaches. I think you're right. It's a school that's going to just keep on growing, and being a private school, I think you're going to see them be a Class A team in the next 5 to 7 years. But it's hard right now from a personnel standpoint because I think they had 3 senior starters last year. They got a couple starters back in their backcourt, young kids, and just looking at their rosters from last year to this year, a couple new kids that have come in. I don't know where they came in from. And then the biggest thing really is, we can't even really get a feel from a philosophy standpoint because they have a different coach this year than they had last year. So, if it was the same coach, you at least could go through a lot of their film last year and at least see tendencies, but there's, from a philosophy standpoint, who knows with their new coach there. So it does. It really is one of those things. I know our guys just don't want to practice against each other anymore. They're sick of seeing each other across from each other wearing the reds or black travel suits, practice uniforms we have. So it'd be nice to play a game against an opponent. And like anything, this is really one of those games we're going to have to adjust and kind of fill things out as the game goes along.
Coach, before I let you go, got one final question here, and this one is I'll let you pick. You get door A, door B, or door C. You can be the Region 4A champs, you can be the DAC-12 champs, or you can make it to the state tournament. Which one is the more ultimate goal for your group this year?
That's a heck of a question, honestly. That's a really good one. I think no matter what, a Dakota 12 conference, we've won a couple of them, in 2017, 2021, obviously, and it's such a grind doing that, having to go through your conference and to win that. So it's something, people take pride in, or you should take pride in it with our conference. But, to answer your question, obviously, I think most everyone would say, and that's the thing even from last year, we weren't the DAC-12 conference champs. But to get to a state tournament and the excitement it brings just for your program, and though I see the faces and, it wasn't what we wanted, 8th place, but it's still, memories they had over that weekend. And for us as a program, I think if you asked every one of our kids, that's what they would say and would choose. And like anything as a coaching staff, we hope to help them or guide them and see if we can't get them back there. So I guess was that number C or letter C? I should say.
Yeah, that would be C. You make it to.
We'll go C then.
Okay.
We'll go C.
Well, there you go, fans. It's certainly a goal to get back to the state tournament once again this year. Again, it's going to be very daunting when it comes to this region. But first, for the Vermillion Tanagers, before they even think about making it back to the state tournament, take care of business tonight. Coming to Sioux Falls Lutheran, this is the first ever meeting between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. I'm Heath Nimke here on the pregame show. I'm going to step aside, and when we come back, it's Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley that will have tip-off for you between the Eagles and the Tanagers. That is on the way next here on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Do you have a
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Vermillion Tanagers boys basketball season opener, where it is frigidly cold and possibly raining, snowing, or sleeting outside, but it is a nice, calm, and cool 7 degrees here inside Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, where the Tanager boys take on the Class B Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me. Spencer Buley got you covered last Tuesday. We've got you covered here tonight as the Tanagers, the 8th place team from last season, take on the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. Let's first get you the starting lineups. First for the visiting team on the scoreboard on the left side of your screen, the Vermillion Tanagers. Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 12, Landon Cerny. At guard, a 6'3", senior, number 24, Carter Hansen. At forward, a 6'5", sophomore, number 30, Luke Jensen. At guard, a 6'1", junior, number 32, Gabe Larson. At junior, a 6'4", guard, number 33, Trey Hansen. The assistant coaches are John Ruvers, Lewis Budmeyer, and Connor Rohrig. The head coach is Jay Drake. And for the home team, the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, a 5'10", sophomore, number 2, Abbott Moeller, a 6'1", freshman, number 3, Rowan Becker, a 5'9", sophomore, number 5, Braden Willey, a 6'2", junior, number 15, Sam Borg, and a 6'2", freshman, number 32, Owen Gilster. The head coach is Kent Becker. Vermillion in the away red uniforms, letters and numbers in black and white trim. Sioux Falls Lutheran in their home whites, baby blue letters and numbers and some yellow trim. The toss is won by the Vermillion Tanagers, going left to right on your video screen here in the south side of Sioux Falls. Quick pull-up jumper is no good for Luke Jensen. The rebound is controlled by Gilster. Sioux Falls Lutheran last season 3-15 in their first year of existence. Vermillion Tanagers 16-10. They finished the season again. We're 16-7 coming into the state tournament out in Rapid City, where they lost 3 straight. Quickly the other way, now a travel as both teams, a couple missed shots and rebounds, then a turnover there for the Tanagers.
Yeah, just settling in on opening night here. Not expecting super explosive starts necessarily from either teams. We saw the Vermillion girls earlier this week. Took a little bit to get going. Might expect the same here out of the boys, but overall, Cole, expecting a pretty fun matchup tonight. We saw the Vermillion Tanagers in an electric JV game there win big over Sioux Falls Lutheran. Varsity trying to recreate the same here.
Scoreless through 1 minute, three-pointer. Gabe Larson rattles around, no good. And now a rebounding foul will be called. This one is going to go on the Eagles. Rowan Becker, his first and the team's first. 7:01 to play in quarter number 1. Again, JV team took care of business earlier, as checking in for the first time in the game for the Eagles is Cade Matthews, the 6'1 freshman. As Willie went out, got a bloody nose the way it appears. No blood on the court, so here we go. Tanagers inbound to Carter Hansen. It's quickly into Trey. 8-foot turnaround, got it to go. Trey Hansen, first 2 points of the season, assisted by his older brother, now 2-0 in favor of Vermillion. 6:50 to play, quarter number 1. Little three-quarter court press put on by the Tanagers, poked away by Trey. Carter tried saving it, and it will be in the possession of the Tanagers. Layup, no for Carter Hansen, but a good O-board. Put back up and no because a foul. Luke Jensen with a good offensive rebound there, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, Carter Hansen's going to wish he had that one back. Just one of those things you see on opening night. You know, the chaos and the speed of the game is something you're not quite used to coming out of the offseason, and Hansen obviously missing a pretty open layup right there. But, again, great offensive board there by Luke Jensen and converting on the free throws.
Second free throw on the way is good. Luke Jensen 2 for 2 from the line. Now a 4-0 lead for the Tanagers. Minute and a half into the first quarter as we're getting everything set. And Spencer Buley, first time running production, color, and camera. So see how that one goes for him.
Can't say it's opening night for us, I guess. It's opening night for me doing all the multitasking, but
again, we did have that game back on Monday as the boys' season officially started yesterday across the state. Vermillion and Sioux Falls Lutheran playing today as number 21 Dante Johansson checks in for the first time, a 5'8 senior. Again, no positions listed for any of the Eagles players in the roster, but just based on play style and probably their height, you can usually take a good guess. Johansson comes in, throws that one out of bounds. Right over to our, I believe, shot clock operator or clock operator, one of the two. We've got an official scorer, we've got a scoreboard operator. I believe we have a clock and a shot clock operator here at Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. Again, just off the interstate on the south side of town. And now, 3-second violation called on Luke Jensen inside. So the big man underneath could not quite get out of the lane fast enough, and 3 seconds called. One thing we don't see very often, especially in the high school boys rank.
No, we saw it once in the Vermillion girls game earlier this week as well. Cole, you mentioned, as the referee that you are, it tends to be more than 3 seconds if you're calling it at the high school level. It's got to be a pretty obvious length of amount of time.
Long three-pointer, got it. Sam Borg, first points of the season for the Eagles. 4-3, quickly up ahead the other way. Tanagers high off the glass and no for Luke Jensen, and the rebound goes to Abbott Moeller. Going on the left side now with Johansson, right at half court. Good pressure applied by Landon Cerny, again the senior guard. Long three left wing. Nothing but air from that left wing for Moeller, and the rebound is controlled by the Tanagers. Trey Hansen quickly ahead. Lots of contact underneath, and an offensive foul is called on Trey Hansen, and Hansen is still down. He's going to get helped right up. First foul on Trey Hansen, first team foul of the quarter.
Yeah, great positioning from Moeller there. I mean, great job to get to the block, know that Trey Hansen's going to go up. I wish we had, we talked about setting up the replay before this game, and wish we had it here. I would have loved to take a look at that just to make sure Moeller's feet were set.
Added to the list of things that have not gone our way so far. Of course, I forgot a couple crucial chords back in Vermillion. Luckily, our partners from Harrisburg helped us out. Shout out to Hannah for getting that thing. And their game with Yankton was actually canceled tonight. Harrisburg was supposed to host Yankton in a boys basketball contest, and that got canceled. So now Braden Willey will come in for the Eagles. Number 13, Spencer Blanchette, checks in for the Tanagers, a 5'9 sophomore guard. You'll see him come off the bench, play with a lot of aggression and speed for the Tanagers. As he steps in, a little bit of contact, but layup through the contact is good by Cade Matthews. And the Eagles have the lead 5-4, 4:32 to go here in quarter number one. Quickly the other way, Hansen, he drives and he is fouled. Trey Hansen will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. This will now be the the third on the Eagles. Scoreboard was a little quicker than I thought they were. Abbott Moeller, that's his first, and the team's third. Free throw by Hansen is short. We've got an Eagle player coming in that is number 10. Jacob Stubker, he comes in. Stubker, a 6'2", 8th grader, is Jacob, number 10.
Yeah, he just actually fresh out of the JV game. Saw some minutes playing against the Tanagers JV squad, but couple of players obviously on both sides will do that, but Stubker checking in a little early for the patterns we usually see out of those players.
And a quick pass out of bounds that time by Moeller. He tried finding Stubker over there. And now Jay Drake, he'll take a timeout. We'll take one with him. 5-4, 4:19 to go first quarter. Back in 30 seconds, you're watching Vermillion Tanager basketball.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, on the south side, right along I-29 and I-229, where again it is nice and cold, rainy, snowy, we're not quite sure, but it is nice and warm in here. Good crowd on hand. Sioux Falls Lutheran, again, just their second season in basketball. Carter Hansen, an awkward turnaround out of the timeout, and he gets that one to fall. 6-5 in favor of the Tanagers. Spencer Buley just figured out our scoreboard shortcut, and now they're going to say the ball went out of bounds off of Braden Willey, and possession will go back to the Tanagers. So quickly out of the timeout, the Tanagers get a turnaround jumper from Carter Hansen and possession back. Jay Drake, not much room for him to pace back and forth along this bench, along the wall on the far side. But don't worry, he is getting his steps in as Trey Hansen lays it up and good. Now 4-0 run, 8-5. Quickly ahead out of the press. Sioux Falls Lutheran passes out of bounds. That was Stoopcare, just tried getting into his teammate, went right between the legs. And possession back to the Tanagers.
Yeah, I think a big part of what Jay Drake's message to his team in that timeout probably was just calm down a little bit, set the offensive system, take advantage of one-on-one matchups that you have, and that's exactly what we're seeing out of the Tanagers here early on. Some great moves by Trey Hansen and some others here to go up 10-5 now.
Luke Jensen with the offensive rebound, put back was good. And now another wayward pass. And I believe, no, we're not going to see a timeout out of Sioux Falls Lutheran, but we're going to see a sub.
And dead opposite out of the Eagles here, out of the timeout. Had a pretty good run going there, hanging with the Tanagers prior to Coach Jay Drake's timeout, but really falling apart here after the timeout. Just a lot of chaos and some few unforced errors.
10-5, 3:28 to play. Trey Hansen pump fakes, he'll drive. The patented step through with the ball above his head, and he lays it in off the glass. Leading scorer now is Trey Hansen, 6 points.
Yeah, great move there. Especially being such a good three-point shooter as Trey Hansen is. Very nice move, using that to his advantage and getting to the hoop strong.
Caden Matthews with the good move. Goes by a defender, and he gets the lay-in to go. 12-7 your score. Blanchette has it also out of the timeout. Cade Roovers, the senior guard, checked in for the Tanagers. Again, Tanagers graduate 4 seniors last year. Still have quite a good presence of experience. Trey Hansen tries getting the foul called, nothing going, and the rebound is controlled by Gilster. 12-7, 2:36 to play. Eagles in the home whites going right to left, and good steal by Carter Hansen all the way up ahead to the speedy Spencer Blanchette, and he gets a reverse lay-in and good for 2. The Tanagers have now doubled up the Eagles, 14-7.
Yeah, and I think this is the way that Vermillion more so expected to start this game, especially with the way their JV just won and dominated. I think they were kind of trying to follow in that similar trend. Obviously favored on paper and wanting to come out and make a statement here on opening night, and now they're heading that way.
Quickly up ahead once again, Blanchette layup no good, but he was fouled. Took a little slide there, did not quite reach the wall, but he will go to the free throw line. Shoot a pair of free throws as the foul's on Sam Borg, his first, and the team's 4th. Blanchette at the line. Again, Tanagers 2 for 4 so far. Make that 3 for 5. As Landon Cerny checks in for the Tanagers. Abbott Moeller checks in for Sioux Falls Lutheran. 15-7. Second free throw, also nothing but nylon. 4 points for Blanchette. 16-7 lead for the Tanagers. Again, 8th place last season in the state basketball tournament. Defeated Hot Springs out in that double overtime thriller over in Kadoka last season. Fun game for Heath Nimke and I to call. Three-pointer off the mark for Moeller, no good. Blanchette with the rebound. He dribbles past the defender. Pass over. Now they're going to swing it back around. Carter Hansen, right wing. Pump fake. Behind the back. Free throw line jumper. Thought about it. Now back over to Blanchette, and he is fouled from behind. And Spencer will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws here as we are now in the bonus with the 5th foul.
Yeah, despite that foul there on Willie, I mean, really great recovery defense from the Eagles right there. It seemed like, Vermillion running in transition, Blanchette leading the charge. It seems like they were just one quick pass away from finding a wide open three or a drive to the hoop, but a great defensive stand there realistically despite the foul from the Eagles.
First free throw. Blanchette is good now, 5 points for him. As Rowan Becker and number 11, Camarion Garcia check in. So 10 players have played in the ball game for Sioux Falls Lutheran. And now into the ball game for the first time, Carson Preister for the Tanagers. 17-7 is your score. Second free throw is up and good. Now 6 points, tied for the leading scorer. Tanagers now 6 for 8 from the line. As a sub came in for Blanchette. Missed the number, but Vermillion will settle back into their diamond in one press, or a 1-2-1-1, whatever you want to call it. It's a three-quarter court trap. Jay Drake loves to run it. Three-pointer on the other way. Other end is good. Abbott Moeller gets one to go. Sioux Falls Lutheran, got to give them a lot of credit. Their fans are here, and they love when their home team scores.
Yeah, they were really loud in the JV game, too. I mean, there is no doubt that they're a very passionate fan base. As you mentioned, good crowd on hand tonight.
Abbott Moeller, that's his second foul. Team 6 of the quarter. So no matter what, it's double bonus. Preister at the free throw line looking for his first points of the season. First one is good. As Carter Hansen checks back in, so far, Sioux Falls Lutheran using a good rotation of 10 guys. Vermillion Tanagers using a solid 8. Second one is good. For Preister, he has 2 points. That's something you're going to see from a Jay Drake-led team early in the season. Use quite a few guys, and by about halfway through, he'll get that rotation narrowed down to 7, maybe 8 players. They'll play just about 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, and we'll see it from the Eagles, too. I mean, it's just a trend here early in the season. You're definitely going to see a lot of subs come in and out. There's just such a big difference between playing on the practice court versus getting those live game action reps. You want to get a lot of guys reps early in the season, see who's going to be your scorers, who's going to be your defenders, and just try and establish some roles early on so you can solidify that consistency towards the back half of the season.
Trey Hansen, layup was no good, but he got the offensive rebound and the putback. He now leads all scoring with 8. And quickly to the way, we have a travel called on the Eagles. 22-10, 24.3 seconds to go. Shot clock is still on, but it is off. As there's game clock is 11 seconds ahead of it. So what we'll run usually is just blanked. So with 17, Trey Hansen will slowly dribble it up the floor. And now with 10, Trey Hansen looking to make his move. Gets a screen from his brother, crosses over into the middle, kick out. Carter Hansen pump fake, elbow jumper off the mark. And the rebound by Stoopcare, and that is how the first quarter will end. Your score, the Tanagers 22, Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles 10. Back to Sioux Falls Lutheran High School in 60 seconds.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, home of the Eagles, as we get set for second quarter action in the boys basketball season opener between the Eagles and the Tanagers. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley, 22-10. Your first quarter score again. Not sure what the weather's doing outside, but it is nice and warm here in Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. Quickly, the Tanagers start with a steal. Good pressure by Trey Hansen. Up ahead, Gabe Larson. He was blocked from behind, but Trey got it back somehow. Three-pointer by the big man, Luke Jensen. First three of the night for him, 7 points in the ball game, now 25-10. And quickly the Tanagers with a steal. Carter Hansen up ahead, lay-in no. Offensive rebound put back. That one's also no good. But Carter Hansen was fouled. He's obviously frustrated with himself. Couple big missed layups early.
Yeah, obviously getting fouled there, but it's just a shot you want to make. You know, you want to see one go down, especially with it being your second shot, getting it off your own rebound. It's always a little bit frustrating to miss two in a row, no matter how you miss them or what the circumstances are. But right now, the offensive boards becoming a big difference in this ball game. Obviously, turnovers, no doubt, an issue right now for Sioux Falls Lutheran, but you pair that with offensive boards, this game's going to get out of hand quickly if Sioux Falls Lutheran can't clean it up on those ends of the floor.
As got the score double-checked, 26-10. Carter Hansen missed the second free throw. Tanagers as a team right now, 9 for 12. Quickly, another steal, and a lay-in is good for Carter Hansen. He got that one to fall. Now 28-10, 7:20 to play. Quickly now, Eagles break the press. Got a man advantage. Kick out, Rowan Becker for three. That's off the mark, no. Rebound is tipped out of bounds, and they'll say possession will stay with the Eagles as Owen Gilster and Sam Borg, two starters, will check back in for the Eagles. (28-10), just under a minute gone here in quarter number one. Hayden Matthews has it, right wing, 30 on the shot clock. To Gilster, now back to that right wing. He's being pressured. Picks up his dribble, hands it off to Moeller. Moeller guarded by Trey Hansen. Good in between the legs dribble. Kick out. Three ball for Matthews. Missed just long, and the rebound goes to Carter Hansen. He wants to push. Up ahead to Cerny. Pass to was too strong for him, off the hands. Quickly up ahead now, and good defensive recovery that time by Luke Jensen. And Trey Hansen will slow it down a little bit. 6:32 to play. As I see he's going to slow down, he drives in. Now double figures for Trey Hansen, 10 points, 30-10.
Yeah, he's wanting to attack that hoop right now. I mean, we saw him shoot a lot of threes last year, but right now he is on go mode, wanting to get to that hoop.
Carter Hansen drives, and they're going to say he was fouled out past the three-point line. That follows on Rowan Becker, his third and the team's second of the quarter. Camarion Garcia checks in for the Eagles. As we stop to get the shot clock reset, 6:13 to play second quarter. Vermillion Tanagers Live, your home for all Tanager athletics. Live Ticket TV family actually in the Corn Palace right now as Carter Hansen pulls up for the layup and good. As the Tanager girls are taking on the Mitchell Colonels. That game close to halftime. Caleb Titsey, Heath Niemke got you covered for that one. And the Mitchell Colonels, part of the Live Ticket family. You want to join the Live Ticket family? Hit up Heath Niemke. 8-footers off the mark for Matthews, and the rebound to Carter Hansen. He wants to push. Layup. Got it. And the foul for Carter Hansen.
Yeah, right now Vermillion really taking advantage of the size that they have on Sioux Falls Lutheran. It's not necessarily drastic, but when you look at guys like Carter Hansen, Trey Hansen, 6'3", 6'4", even Luke Jensen, 6'5", they're going to try and exploit those one-on-one matchups, especially when they're running in transition.
That's one thing we're not used to saying is Vermillion has a size advantage. We do often see that. Now you're in the Class B ranks against Sioux Falls Lutheran, a Class B school, as Carter Hansen misses his free throw. Luke Jensen, offensive rebound and the putback. He got it to go. 9 points for Luke Jensen, 36-10.
Yeah, and I think right now, Cole, what we're seeing is a classic case of opening night. Again, you sound like broken records talking about opening night, but we saw it with the Vermillion girls as well. Just a little bit of a slow start in that first quarter, kind of trying to find a rhythm, but then they found it, and when they found it, it really changed the ball game. And right now, that's what we're seeing out of the Vermillion boys here, finding their rhythm, and they're dominating this one.
Carter Hansen about a 26-footer for three. He says, all right, hand down, man down. Carter Hansen, 12 points for him. Drive the other way, lay in no good for Borg, and the rebound to Jensen. Now Trey has it, he'll push, kick out to Carter. Pump fakes and drives, kicks out. Luke Jensen for three, got it. Luke Jensen now in double figures. He has 12, Carter Hansen has 12. Very similar to what we saw in the JV game. Vermillion Tanagers, they caught fire.
Yeah, Luke Jensen, I mean, 6'5", shooting the three ball like he is right now. He is going to be a weapon for Vermillion.
In 42-12, 4:24 to go. Second quarter, long three the other way. Sam Borg says, all right, you can do that, so can I. The 6'2 junior responds with a three-pointer himself. Now 42-15, 4:08 to go. Trey Hansen looking to drive. Now we'll pull back to the right wing, drive baseline, crossover, 15-footer contested, and he got it to go. Good contested shot there by Trey Hansen, and now a timeout called by head coach Kent Becker of the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. We'll take it with him. 3:56 to go, second quarter. You're watching Tanager basketball. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, on the corner of I-29 and I-229, where the weather outside is frightful, but inside the heater is, delightful. Here at Sioux Falls, 44-15. I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, Spencer Buley. We've got you covered all season, not only this game, but also on Monday. Our next action will be Tuesday, again, the doubleheader between Region 3 foe and Back 12 opponent, the West Central Trojans. Girls game 6:30, boys game at 8. Sam Borg, another big three for him. 6 points in the quarter for him, 9 in the ball game. He leads all Eagles scoring. 44-18, quickly an uncontested three by Blanchette. Can't get that one to fall. And now a rebounding foul as Jensen just got over the top of the Eagles defender. That'll be Jensen's first. Just the team's first of the quarter and the team's second of the game.
Yeah, I meant to highlight that earlier on, but Vermillion, it's very impressive to play this clean in your first game of the season. Just 2 fouls right now.
Especially with a 3-quarter court press that they're not showing there, but they were showing earlier.
Yeah, it's impressive to come out here, first game of the season, play that cleanly. That's impressive stuff.
Landon Cerny with the steal. Jensen, the big man, for 3. Got it. Luke Jensen, 15 points in the ball game for him. The third 3 for him in the ball game. Now a 29-point lead, 47-18, 2:40 to go here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, he's got 11 just in the second quarter alone. He's on fire right now.
Now quickly a steal by Blanchette, and he wants to run. You're going to see him off the bench with a lot of speed this season. Good piece for this J. Drake offense and defense. Cerny, top of the key, nailed it. Landon Cerny, three-pointer for him. Might not see him in the scorebook a lot, but that's going to be a big shot for him to remember.
Yeah, and I love the ball movement right now from the Tanagers. I mean, just firing off passes. I mean, that was created by ball movement fast enough to throw the Sioux Falls Lutheran defense out of position because they were still trying to pick up their men. Vermillion already had 5 passes under their belt. I mean, this is impressive from the Tanagers right now.
Spencer Blanchette, a layup on the other end, 52-18. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Eagles. As Carson Preister, Cade Roovers check in for the Tanagers. I believe that's Dante Johansson and Owen Gilster check in for the Eagles. (52-18), 100 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. Roovers lost it for a second, but good recovery by Preister. He's going to get it back underneath. One dribble, layup is good. Count the bucket and the foul for Carson Preister. I say that Eagles foul was on number 62.
That's an interesting take.
I'm going to guess number 32.
That'd be my best guess.
Owen Gilster, his first, and the team's 4th. Don't even believe that's a legal number in the state of South Dakota.
Oh, I don't believe so either.
Preister's free throw is good. Tanager's now 10 of 14 from the line, and Preister has 5 points. 55-18, a minute 25 to play.
Yeah, and I mean, that last play from Preister, again, just the size advantage. Preister, 6'4", the man down low. Gilster listed at just 6'1". Those 3 inches go a long way underneath the hoop.
Johansson, contested shot, no, with 65 ticks to play here in the first half. Quickly up ahead, Cade Roovers now has it on the right wing. They're going to swing it all the way around inside. Preister, bounce pass to a driving Carter Hansen. His layup is off the mark. And Gilster with the rebound. One thing you're not going to see Carter Hansen do very much this season, start missing layups. Guarantee you he gets that fixed before Tuesday, knowing him. Inside, Camarion Garcia. Lost it for a second, then drug his back foot. Travel called, and the Tanners will get possession back. 37 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Blanchette to bring it up. Little dribble motion, Roovers. All the way back over to Blanchette, left wing. Drives by his defender, 8-footer, got it to go. Double figures for Blanchette, now 10 points for him in the ball game. 39-point lead, shot clock is off. Three-pointer, Sam Borg, that one's off the mark and no. Rebound is controlled by the Tanagers with 8 seconds to go. Carter Hansen has it, and now an offensive foul called on Carter Hansen on the drive. Jay Drake is going to want an explanation on that one. His first team's second. Calm conversation down there. Jay Drake basically said, all right. And left it to that. Now with 4 seconds, 3 for the Eagles. Pick up ahead. Johansson, he traveled, and with .3. We will inbound the ball one more time before the first half will end. Almost a formality, as the only shot you can get right now is a tip. They inbound it. Carter Hansen, no good if it goes, and it was just off the back iron. And that is how the second half will end. Your score after 2 quarters of play. Vermillion Tanagers 57, the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles 18. We're going to step aside when we come back. Halftime stats and analysis and scores from around the state of South Dakota. That's on the way next. Live Ticket TV.
Advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then Then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, on the corner of I-29 and I-229, where the Tanagers up big at halftime. 57-18 is your score. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley, with some halftime stats and analysis.
Welcome back
First
to the
for
Vermillion.
the Eagles of Sioux Falls Lutheran, again at Class B team, second year in existence. They came in last year 3-15. For the Eagles, again, just 18 points. Led in scoring by Sam Borg, who got hot there early in that second quarter from 3. He has 9 points. Cade Matthews with 4, Abbott Moore with 3, and Camarion Garcia with a layup late in that second quarter for their team. They score 10 in the first, 8 in the second. Again, for their total, 18 points. For the Tanagers, they have 4 in double figures for their 57 points. Leading scorer is Luke Jensen, the big man, who's actually shooting quite a few threes. 15 points, 3 rebounds for him. Carter Hansen and Trey Hansen both have 12. Spencer Blanchette has 10 off the bench. Landon Cerny with a 3. And Carson Preister with 5 points as well. 22 in the first, 35 in the second quarter. Vermillion Tanagers 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Again, your halftime score as you're watching some Papa Shot here at halftime, 57-18 in the Eagles' nest of Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. I turn it over to my broadcast partner, Spencer Buley. Spencer, biggest thing you saw there in that first half?
Tale of 2 quarters, really. As far as Vermillion goes, opening up the first half a little bit slow, not necessarily unexpected in your first game of the season, but boy, I can't say I was quite ready for that turnaround in the second quarter. The big man, Luke Jensen, has probably impressed me the most. To be 6'5", to be a sophomore, and to be leading all scoring right now with 15 points. As I mentioned, 11 of those coming in that second quarter. That's huge for him. That's huge for this Tanagers team. But, yeah, realistically, just a tale of 2 quarters. Sioux Falls Lutheran got a little bit sloppy there in the second quarter, ran into a lot of turnovers, gave up a lot of offensive boards. I think if they want to get back into this thing, got to take care of the ball, got to get some rebounds.
Let's look at some scores from around the state of South Dakota. First, in the Corn Palace, a defensive battle. Number 1, Vermillion, just defeated the Mitchell Colonels 41-24. Again, 61-57 was the final score on Monday against Canton. And they'd take on Mitchell. 41-24 is your final score there. Other girls' scores: number 3 Hamlin defeats Groton Area 44-41. Number 3 Wagner defeats Winter 71-57. Beersford beats Baltic 68-30. Number 4 Parkston over Tri-Valley 51-33. Number 2 Sioux Falls Christian over Receiving Votes Lennox 46-33. And that is the only other area scores. In the boys' side of things, again, your halftime score here, 57-18. Not a lot of boys' scores being reported, as not very many of them have started. Hanson leads Ethan 41-27. West Central, again, the Tanagers' opponent on Tuesday, over Receiving Votes Del Rapids 24-19 is your score there. Baltic and Beersford tied at 10 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Irene Wakanda leads Bonham 22-4. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter there. Wagner and Winter yet to tip off. Parkston, Tri-Valley, Hamlin, and Groton Area. And Sioux Falls Christian and Lennox. Sioux Falls Christian, the number 1 boys team, taking on Receiving Votes Lennox. That game's scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. We'll be keeping our eye on that one. Again, your halftime score here, 57-18. We're going to step aside one final time when we come back. Second half running clock action here from Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching Tanager basketball. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Winter inspection programs are starting now at all 9 of our Grosenberg Implement locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. With harvest winding down, get your name on the list and have your equipment inspected and ready for next year. Put it on your John Deere multi-use account and get benefits of no payment, no interest programs for those that qualify. Then you can rest easy in 2025. Grosenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product. Go to grosenberg.com for complete details.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV, your home for all things Tanager athletics. We've got you covered not only tonight. Next action for us will be on Tuesday, as the boys and girls will take on West Central, the Trojans, in a doubleheader. Pregame show starts 5:30. Girls tip off 6:30. Boys varsity to follow, as we were getting some substance mopped up off the bleachers. I believe somebody might have spilled their pop down there. No, spilled some water. That's not as bad. Just some water to clean up, but it looks like we are getting it all mopped up. We've got a mop. We've got some towels. We've got some paper towels there at half court. And it appears our custodial crew here at Sioux Falls Lutheran getting things all cleaned up for us. A little slight delay. Again, just getting more text messages on some road reports. Any Tanager fans watching at home, consider yourselves lucky, as I believe the report I'm hearing right now is I-29 deteriorating quickly. Spencer Buley and I should have a interesting travel home. Don't worry, we'll take her nice and slow. Unlike the way the Tanager boys, offense and defense, is playing here in the first half so far. And they start quickly again in the second half. Tanager start off with possession. We're again running clock here in the third quarter. So 7:35 to go in quarter number 3. Inside, Carter hands another missed bunny. And the rebound is controlled by Sioux Falls Lutheran, but they step out of bounds. So possession will retain once again back with the Tanagers. Tanagers in their road red uniforms, letters and numbers in black, trim in white. Carter Hansen, 10-footer. He got that one to go. Carter Hansen, 14 points for him. Again, he just had 2 in the first, 10 in the second, now 2 in the third, 59-18, a minute gone here in quarter number 3. Abbott Moeller kicks over on that far side. No basket and a travel called on Rowan Becker. Again, the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles in their home whites, letters and numbers in baby blue, outlined in white and black. 59-18. 6:35 to go. A little pick and roll. Chrysler could not quite handle it, and they're going to say possession stays with the Tanagers. And no, the referee corrects himself, and he pointed the wrong way. I've done that a time or two. In that situation, would have been one of the deals where I say white ball and point Vermillion's way, probably similar to what that referee did down here. Again, not quite opening night for these officials, but early in the season for them. Just a little mental lapse. Happens to the best of us. Again, I forgot some chords on the way here. Lay in by Carter Hansen. That one's off the mark and no. Rebound by Rowan Becker. And now a pass picked off by Landon Cerny. Cerny, lay in, got it. Good steal, good finish by the senior guard, Landon Cerny. 5 points for him on the night. 61-18. Quickly opposite side. Lay in by Becker is no good. And the rebound to Luke Jensen. Now the Tanagers want to push. Carter Hansen inside. Hard foul there on Gabe Larson as he went up, but Larson will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. That foul is on Sam Borg, now his second.
Yeah, Borg just catching him there with the body. Looks like he got a good piece of the ball. Not a bad foul to give it all.
First free throw is good. 62-18. 10 for 15 now are the Tanagers from the line. Second free throw. Also good first 2 points in the ball game for Gabe Larson. 63-18.
Yeah, interesting. Larson not really super active tonight in the scoring on offense. Started the game, but it's just been so dominated by a couple other Tanagers in the Hansons and Luke Jensen, along with Blanchett as well. Can't forget him in double figures.
Rowan Becker, good drive, and the lay-in is good for him. Tanager foul. Didn't quite catch the number. That's on 13. There we go. Spencer Blanchett now is first. Team's first. Old-fashioned three-point play is good for Rowan Becker. First 3 points in the ball game for him. 43-point lead still for the Tanagers. 5 minutes, just more of it left to go in the third. And now they corrected that foul to be on number 12, Landon Cerny. Carter Hansen, he drives and he is fouled. Carter Hansen will get up and go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. Fouls on Rowan Becker, his fourth. The team's second of the quarter.
Now, Cole, is it 63 to 21 or 63 to 20 here?
Well, let me count. I got 21 because he made the two.
I also got 21.
Because it was 18 at half. Rowan Becker made the layup and the free throw.
That's what I got as well. Just making sure that our scoreboard here on Live Ticket TV is correct, which is the case.
Shockingly.
Hey, I've noticed generally when I've got the scoreboard and we've got a disconnect, we actually tend to be right more than the stadium operators.
Interesting. Good research project there for Spencer Buley. Quick turnaround jumpers off the mark for Becker. And a rebound by the Tanagers, 65-21. Cerny up ahead. Good pass by Trey Hansen. And Cerny with the lay-in, now 7 points for him. 67-21. Three ball, good by Rowan Becker. 6 points for him, all in this third quarter.
You know, I should follow up that our scoreboard confidence by saying the only exception is when I forget to run the scoreboard entirely because I'm running camera, taking stats, color commentating, or producing. Which happens.
That'll happen. Left wing three, just off the mark, but a good shot by Braden Willie. Offensive board, no good by Gilster. The rebound is controlled by the Tanagers. Carter Hansen, 22-footers straight away, nailed it. Carter Hansen, 19 points for him, and a quick timeout called by head coach Kent Becker of the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. Will take it with him. 3:40 to go, third quarter. Tanagers 70, Eagles 23. You're watching Tanager basketball.
Do you have a
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. Spencer, while I blow my nose, here you go.
All right. Taking it over here from Cole Larsch, we finally did get the scoreboard updated to 24 points. 70-24 your score. Tanagers on top. Eagles here on offense. Outside, three-pointer, Becker off the mark. And almost an offensive rebound from Moeller, but controlled by the Tanagers. And they are going to say that Blanchette stepped out of bounds near the Tanager bench. And welcome back in my broadcast partner, Cole Larsch.
Probably work better if I turned on my microphone. There we go. Glad to be back. 2:55 to go, third quarter. 46-point lead for the Tanagers. And a Class A versus Class B matchup, first game of the season. Jensen, he drives. Ball is held. Kind of got it caught up, and they're going to say an offensive foul is called. That time on Luke Jensen. A little bit of contact inside. All right, could have gone either way or no call. What they go for the offensive foul. Definitely some contact, so I will not disagree with that one.
Yeah, it looked like Jensen was also kind of getting grabbed from behind on the arm. So just pick and choose there. I don't mind the call, of course, you know, favoring the Eagles here, given the score. A lot has gone Vermillion's way in fouling as well.
As now checking into the ball game, number 34, Sean Dome, the 6'1", senior forward. Right now, out there for the Tanagers, Cade Roovers, Spencer Blanchette, Carson Preister, Sean Doan, and Gabe Larson. Pretty young crew out there for Vermillion. Pull-up jumper off the mark for Gabe Larson. Rebound tipped around. Blanchette comes up with it for the Tanagers. He'll take the three. Got it. Spencer Blanchette, haven't called his name much this third quarter. He now has 13 points. 73-24. Abbott Moeller, kick out. Becker for three is off the mark to the left. Rebound fought for and controlled by Preister. Now they're going to say foul on the Eagles. And they're going to say that one was on Abbott Moeller, his fourth. Luke Asher checks into the ball game for the first time. Braden Willey checks back in, as well as one more Eagles player, his number I missed. 46 seconds to go, third quarter. Gabe Larson. Over to Blanchette. He'll drive left, kick out to Larson for three. Just off the mark, short. And the rebound is controlled by the Eagles. Pass long ways up ahead to Willey. Hands off to Camarion Garcia. They're going to say that Garcia took one too many steps. Travel called. Possession goes back to the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yep, right call there. Garcia tried to go one way, but slid the other foot along with it. Most of the Tanagers in front of us caught it as well.
Blanchette, kick out. Three ball just off the mark for Gabe Larson. Offensive rebound by Doan. He can't get that one to fall. Turn around for Preister at the buzzer, and that is off the mark, and that is how the third quarter will end. Tanagers 73, Eagles 24. We're going to step aside when we come back. Fourth quarter action. That's on the way next. Vermillion Tanagers Live. Live Ticket TV.
Welcome to the...
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers Live, Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. If you hear us coughing or sniffing, it's kind of just going around Vermillion right now, I'd say. Unfortunate timing, of course, with the start of basketball season, but I knew right away when I didn't get sick about the middle of August that something was going to happen, and here we are. 73-24, your third quarter score. Tanagers over the Eagles. In similar fashion to the junior varsity game. Tanagers come out hot in that second quarter, get the point total of 35. Sioux Falls Lutheran just could not quite get the difference back, as both teams well into their reserves. Sean Doan will pass it into Grant Rohrig. Lucas Solomon. Cameron Bottleson also out there. And Henry Orr are your five for the Tanagers. And the five for the Eagles. Stoop Care, he's out there. Cade Matthews, he's out there. Braden Willey, Lucas Asher, and Sam Borg are the five for the Eagles. Minute gone in quarter number 4. Henry Orr, he drives, looking for a spin. Kick out, Sean Doan, left wing three. Sean Doan for three. Good to see these young guys get out here, get some points up on the board. Get a little confidence in your bench players. And now they're going to say that Stoopcare stepped out of bounds. I don't know. They're going to say an inadvertent whistle, as that referee there thought that Kent Becker called for a timeout. So just a simple inadvertent whistle, and away we go. Quick 3 ball is off the mark by Willie, and the rebound is controlled by Lucas Solomon of the Tanagers. He wants to go coast to coast, kick out for Orr, just short, no good. Rebound controlled by Orr. He'll kick to Bottleson, crossover inside. Henry Orr lost it for a second, got it back, and Henry Orr, first 2 points of the season for him.
Yeah, that's just when it gets fun. I mean, you get the bench players fired up for some of the younger guys getting in the ball game that don't always see the court a lot, especially when they get to scoring, whether it be a 2 or a 3. You see a lot of threes taken, and just a lot of fun overall to watch these young guys battle it out.
And Sioux Falls Lutheran using their full rotation, 11 players on their varsity squad. Abbott Moeller, Rowan Becker, they check in.
You know, we talk about how it's a pretty good opening night here, obviously, for Vermillion to come into Sioux Falls and take a big win as it looks from opening night. But, you know, for Sioux Falls Lutheran, this is a good first game, too, in the fact that it's I don't know, it's tough. You got to take away what you can from games like this, but it gets you kind of warmed up and ready to go for the rest of Class B when you play a Class A team right off the bat. It kind of throws you into the fire real quick. But it's a good learning experience for all these guys, and they get some really, really high-level reps to take with them.
First foul on Grant Rohrig. Free throw up and good for Sam Borg. Double figures now for him with 10. And you talk about that Class B schedule for the Eagles, a little bit of a modified Class B schedule. Again, they came in, first year of basketball was last season, hard to get contracts right away. And all these schedules, most of the time, home and away contracts, 2 years in length. So I'm sure we'll see their schedule pick up to a more normalized Class B schedule next season, 78-26. 4:35 to play. Again, Tanager's next game, Tuesday. They host West Central in a doubleheader. I've got you covered for that one. I might be flying solo, not quite sure yet. Spencer Buley, he leaves for Christmas break down to Texas, as Owen Gilster checks back in for the Eagles. Heath Nimke might be joining me once again up in the booth. Not sure. We'll get that ironed out before now and Tuesday, I'm sure. But nevertheless, we'll have full coverage pregame 5:30. Girls game at 6:30 and the boys game to follow. Now a travel called on Abbott Moeller. Here in what the scoreboard says is the 5th quarter.
It does say period 5 here.
It does. Again. Oh, now we've got the 4th quarter back up there. There we go. They must have heard me. Wasn't sure I was talking that loud.
Someone's got the broadcast going on the scores table.
They might. 3:30 to play in the ball game. 78-26. Bottleson lost it inside, stolen away by Abbott Moeller. 4-on-2. He passes it to Sam Borg. Back out to Borg. He'll take the 3. Got it. Good shot there by Sam Borg. 14 points in the ball game. And the 6'2 junior.
This is just when you try and build some confidence as Sioux Falls Lutheran, get some of your guys out there and just see some balls go in the hoop. Take away some positives.
Now a quick reach-in foul on the Eagles. Going to go on Rowan Becker. That'll end his night. 6 points for him, all in that 3rd quarter. 2:40 to play, and Eagles keep on rotating in. Moeller's in there, Camarion Garcia, Owen Gilster, Luke Asher. And that is Peter Samp in there as well. Inside, layup off the mark for Henry Orr. Again for the Tanagers. Orr, Solomon, Sean Doan, Grant Rohrig. And I'm missing one of them. There we go. Cameron Ballison, he is also out there as well with 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Eagles lose it. Out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Tanagers. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Bottleson, he'll take the three. Got it! Cameron Bottleson, good shot from him. And now with 97 seconds to play, 81-29. Quick three the other way. In and out, no good for Moeller. Rebound is controlled by Henry Orr. Orr looking for a guard to pass it to. There we go, finds one. And Lucas Solomon. Now a turnaround by Bottleson. He's going to be fouled out front. Going to be called on number 11, Camarian Garcia. 1:09 to play. Now 60 seconds, again, running clock. Here to finish out this one. Fresh shot clock for the Tanagers. Grant Rodrig has it. Bottleson, top of the key. Looking around. Now over left wing. Three ball by Doan is off the mark. Rebound fought for, and Garcia has it, then loses it, and then saves it. Good play there by Camarian Garcia. Abbott Moore spins. Lost it for a second. Asher, kick out. Garcia, three. Off back iron, no. Rebound will stay with the Eagles. Shot clock is off. Up ahead. Reverse layup by Gilster, no, and they're going to say he traveled. So with 10 seconds left, the Tanagers do not have to bring it up across half court. And they're just going to say, nope, let's hold it there. And that will be your final score. The Vermillion Tanagers 81, the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles 29. Big win for the Tanagers, but still an impressive showing by the Eagles. Class B playing Class A, not only that, a Class B team just in their second year of existence. 81-29, your final score. We're going to step aside when we come back. Final stats and analysis here from Sioux Falls Lutheran High School, as well as we're hoping will be a couple of post-game interviews. That is all on the way next. You're watching Vermillion Tanager Basketball, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com. What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV, post-game stats and analysis. Again, your final score, 81-29 from Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. Again, on the corner of I-29 and I-229 here in Sioux Falls, south side of town. 81-29 your final score. Final stats. First for the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, they'll drop to 0-1. Sam Borg, 14 points. Rowan Becker with 6. Cade Matthews with 4. Abbott Moeller with 3. Camarian Garcia with 2 for their total of 29. They scored 10 in the first, 8 in the second, 6 in the third, 5 in the fourth in the running clock quarters for their total of 29 points. Again, Sioux Falls Lutheran, a Class B team in their second year of playing boys basketball. Still an impressive showing for them. For the Vermillion Tanagers, they will go to 1-0 on the season, 81 points. They were led in scoring by Carter Hansen with 19 points, Luke Jensen with 15, Spencer Blanchette with 13, Trey Hansen with 12. Landon Cerny had 7, Gabe Larson 2, Sean Doan 3, Carson Preister with 5, Cameron Bottleson with 3, and Henry Orr with 2 to round out their total of 81 points. Vermillion scored 22 in the first, 35 in the second, 19 in the third, 8 in the fourth. Their total of 81 points. Again, go to 1-0 in the season. They also shot 14 of 18 from the free throw line. Obviously, Spencer, a big win for the Tanager boys. What do you mainly take out of it?
I mean, you have to be so thrilled with your shooting. If you're head coach Jay Drake, if you're a Vermillion fan, if you're a Vermillion player, I mean, it is one thing to play good basketball. It's another thing to shoot the ball that well. I mean, it felt like they had caught fire in that second quarter. So that's the biggest takeaway I'm taking away from this game is we have a team that can shoot the basketball in the Vermillion Tanagers.
As we're getting lined up for our post-game interviews, Spencer, I'm going to have you give your headset to Carter Hansen, making his way up the bleachers here. Again, in Sioux Falls Lutheran High School. Carter, obviously big game for you and your Tanager squad. 19 points to lead all scoring for you. I mean, kind of ask you similar questions what I asked the girls back on Tuesday. How was it just to be out here again, not playing your own team and playing somebody else?
Yeah, definitely really excited. As you could see, we had some early nerves there, missing some easy layups, but I was proud of the guys. We sort of crowded it all together and found our rhythm, found our identity a little bit, I think, today.
And for you guys also out there, not only offensively and defensively, you guys seemed like in this game really wanted to play fast. Is that something you're going to come into all season, or just one of these things you're going to take game by game?
That's definitely something we like to do. We have a lot of, I shouldn't say speed, but we're a little bit smaller of a team, so definitely getting out and getting those easy buckets, definitely a way to get our momentum going.
Then your big man, Luke Jensen, steps outside, shoots some threes. How big is that for you guys? Not only that you guys can have a 6'5" guy underneath, but he can also kind of spread out the floor.
Yeah, definitely huge. As a sophomore, he came in ready to go. He had no second thoughts. Very proud of him. Obviously,
you in your senior season, starting off 1-0, how much does it mean to you? Get yourself a big win. Obviously, you led all scoring as well, 19 points.
Yeah. Just excited for the season. It's only the first game. Hopefully we have 24, 25. And, yeah, good start.
And then we move on, kind of look ahead on Tuesday. You're going to take on a pretty solid team in West Central. Have you really started even scouting them yet, or are you just guys worried about one game at a time?
Yeah, we were really just worried about this game, but definitely a big focus for us coming up. Big game for us that we want to win for sure.
Again, big game in the Birdcage. Scheduled to start 8:30. I'm sure it'll start either sooner or later than that. You never know. But, again, Carter Hansen on the post-game show for you. Carter, one last question for you. Are you a big NFL guy, college football guy? Who's your favorite team?
Big Chicago Bears fan. Not a great thing.
That's tough for you. I'm not really going to rub it in your face. I know a couple Bears fans. Myself, personally, I'm a Vikings guy.
Oh.
It's been a couple years of misery, but
this Sunday.
Yeah, this Monday.
Monday.
And, we'll see how that one goes. I'd love to make a friendly wager with you, but I think the Vikings are going to kill them. So.
Oh, boy. Hey, lucky OT win last time.
We'll see how it goes. Again, Carter Hansen, thanks for joining us. Good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Turn it over now. Assistant coach Lewis Budmeyer. So he gets things all set. Coach, big win for your guys. Obviously, you can look at the scoreboard, kind of look off the scoreboard as well. How good was it for you and your coaching staff to really get not only just those key guys in those key 8, but also empty out the bench late in that game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just feels good to be back out on the floor. Basketball's back. Best season of the year. Great to see the kids go out and compete. And it's always good to get the kids in, get some fresh legs. The biggest thing about these first games early on, you got to just kind of catch your wind. You can condition all you want in practice, but nothing simulates game action. You could tell early on we kind of hit a wall about a couple minutes in, and then Coach Drake called a good timing timeout. And then after that, we kind of just kind of soared off, did what we did. And the biggest thing tonight I love from the kids is they just played super hard. They played really unselfish basketball, a really good brand of basketball. And that's kind of what, early on in the season, you're looking for your identity. We have ideas as coaches of what we think our identity is, but it's all up to the kids on the floor. So we'll kind of see where that takes us. Good first win for the boys. Got everybody in pretty much, and everybody got some action, so you can't ask for much more than that.
He talked about it playing like almost unselfish basketball, really balanced scoring as well. 4 players in double figures. How much does that mean to you and your squad kind of moving forward in the season as you kind of look, not really just going to, defenses can't focus on one guy. They got to focus on everybody.
Yeah, that's the ultimate thing in basketball, especially in today's day and age. It's all about pace and space. The more threats you have on the floor, the harder you're going to be to guard. We have some great guards with Trey Hansen and any of Gabe Larson tonight getting his first start. Our one thing I was super impressed with was our first start guys. So we have our 3 returners who played a lot. Cerny didn't start for us last year, but played some huge minutes, especially down the stretch last year. In that Hot Springs game to punch our ticket to state tournament, he pretty much played every single minute of that double overtime game. But it was good to see those guys get out and compete. With our ball handling we have some pretty good shooting on the outside. Can't always guarantee the shots are going to fall, but I always tell the guys, you take the right shots, good things will happen.
And now we kind of turn pages. Obviously, 1-0 to start the season. You kind of get a shorter break. You play on Tuesday. West Central currently leads Del Rapids right now at the end of the third quarter, 43-42. So that's going to be a pretty good game inside the birdcage. Obviously, between you as a coach and Carter Hansen, the player, maybe a little different. Have you started looking ahead to West Central yet?
We know a lot from last year. We know who they're returning. They got a really good young guard. I think he's a sophomore this year with Mebius. He's kind of the engine to what they got going on. Super quick guard. They got some length. They're really well coached in West Central. Every time, you guarantee anybody we play on I-29, it's always going to be a battle. You just got to show up, be us, do what we do, and give ourselves the best chance to win at the end. But West Central, I'm not surprised about that score. That's 2 good programs and 2 teams that we got on our schedule that we'll see down the line.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win. Take the 1-0 in the weekend. Talk to you on Tuesday, all right?
Absolutely. Thanks, Cole.
Again, Assistant Coach Lewis Budmeyer joining us on the post-game show. Again, your final score, 81-29 from here in Sioux Falls Lutheran High School as I turn it over to Spencer Buley. One final time for the winter, as the next time we're going to talk to you, Spencer, I believe, is the turn of the year. You're going to miss a lot of basketball action, but how excited are you seeing these first two games, not only for the women, but also on the men's side as well, both 1-0. Now 2-0 for the girls team, actually.
Well, obviously, you've got the Vermillion Tanagers girls team over there, number 1 in the media poll. When do the next media polls come out, Cole?
They'll come out next week, so we'll vote on them this weekend, and they'll come out Monday at 5.
So it'll be interesting to see kind of where they sit, whether or not they hold that number 1 ranking. Obviously, a pretty close game playing the Canton Seahawks, but I'm really excited about their season, and I'm super excited, especially about the boys' season, just seeing them shoot the ball as well as they did today, playing as fast as they did today. Again, they're a little bit undersized, but not necessarily drastically undersized. And you got a 6'5" Luke Jensen. Carter Hansen's at 6'4", is not necessarily going to be, just being towered over throughout the season, but I'm looking forward to 2 really, really good seasons this year for Vermillion.
Kind of like Carter Hansen just alluded to in that post-game interview, it's not like they got a lot of speed, but he said they're kind of on the smaller end, but you look at it, you think a lot of teams 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", they're not going to consider themselves a smaller team. That just shows you how tough that Class A, especially down Region 4, that Sioux Falls Christian's coming down, how tough this region is going to be. I think it's going to be an exciting time of basketball. You're going to miss quite a few games there, but I mean, it's going to be an exciting year for both these teams, I have a feeling, and I'm really glad that you're going to be along with me for a lot of the ride.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll have some fun up here with the headsets on, have some fun watching some really, really solid basketball in the Vermillion Tanagers.
Again, the Tanager girls get the win up in the Corn Palace. The Tanager boys get the win here in Sioux Falls Lutheran. 81-29 your final score. That does it for Spencer Buley and myself, Cole Larsch. We're going to step aside. Again, next action for you will be the West Central doubleheader on Tuesday in the Birdcage. Pregame 5:30, tip-off at 6:30, men's game to follow. All right here, Vermillion Tanager Live and Live Ticket TV. For Spencer Buley, I'm Cole Larsch. Thanks for tuning in. Please stay safe this weekend. Spencer and I have a quick drive we got to make back to Vermillion. I'm sure that'll be a piece of cake in the rain and snow. Everybody else, have yourself a wonderful weekend. And, of course, go Yotes.